forces are under attack.
Should you become a nuisance, I'll kill you myself.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today on Eclipse, gonna be Snow, gonna be Jaedong. Look how many other people are here watching and are excited to see this match. We have Royal, Sharp, Queen, and Hero all in the observation slot saying, yo, what a great matchup. Top right, it's gonna be Jaedong. Bottom left, it is Snow. Blue versus white today here on Eclipse. Two incredible players. Snow, ASL finalist 2020. Sorry, ASL finalist 20. I'm like, 2021? What year is it again? Oh, yeah, it's 2025, but it's ASL 20. The confusion indeed. Probe, rocking out. Gonna go across the map after throwing down a pylon. Has some work to do. Gonna go ahead and see what the heck Jaedong is up to. Is it a pool first? Is it gonna be a hatch first? Is it a hatch, and then pool? That'd be incredibly aggressive. Just kidding. Probe says scouting is for losers. I'm going to sit back here and mine minerals for my master, Snow. I mean, I don't know. You're a robot. You're like a mining robot. You don't even really have a personality because you're not supposed to have a personality. You're just a mining robot. So I always say, gate opening, by the way, from Snow. One of the things in the Star Wars universe that I think is good for storytelling but is stupid is giving all of your robots personalities and the ability to feel physical pain. Why? Like, why are we giving robots those things? I don't understand it. It's just sadism is all it is. Like, why do they need personalities? They don't. Let's not do that. When we're making our sentient robots, which we're working on, let's not give them personalities, please. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hatch first, and Probe shows up in time to see the hatch first. Jaedong says, what's up? What's up, Snow? How's it going, man? He knows it's Snow. Snow knows it's Jaedong. That's a very, very, very common Smurf name for Jaedong to use over the years, and especially recently. So, what do we got? Expansion, pool, gas, fake cannon rush, extractor tricks. He's taking this a little bit seriously. Just kidding, he's not. He's not. Again, blind. What are you? He's gonna cancel that. Cancel. He does. Yeah, he knows. Another extractor trick. He's trying to get out of there, I think, but also didn't really work. So we're good. Once again, I'd like someone to explain to me how come Jaedong did not take this seriously. I guess he sent 2 drones down, which is a little more than not taking it seriously, but not exactly freaking panicking out, right? I guess he's like, it's Snow. Snow doesn't cannon rush. Snow zealot rushes you. Kind of like Bisu does. So nothing else going on back here. We are just finally expanding after making several zealots, man. By several, I mean 4. Didn't quite several. I guess several to me is maybe 6 or 7. He's made a few zealots, which is 3 to 4, maybe 5 can fit in that number as far as I'm concerned. I don't think there are any real rules there. A couple I think is widely accepted to be 2. Some is like 2 or 3. A few is 4, 5, and 6. 7, several is 6, 7, and 8, maybe. Macro hatching. Love one of those. Ooh, is he macro hatching and? No, he's not sending a drone up for a third base quite yet. That'd be aggressive. Lair timing. 351. Gas coming in for our guy, Snow. He is white today, appropriate for the driven snow, which is probably coming to the Salt Lake Valley where I live soon, man. Soon. Although it's a pretty darn balmy 66 degrees today. 66 early November. I'll take that. I'll take it all day, every day. Overlord scouting in, trying to see what's going on. Behold the cybernetics core on the way for the Protoss. You can't really beat Zerg without a cyber core unless you do it in the first 5 minutes. You can cannon rush and beat him. You can zealot rush and beat him, but everything else you need to beat a Zerg player is locked behind cyber core. So third hatch coming in. Love a good third hatch at about 4 minutes. I feel like Hydra's here. like a Spire eventually, if not right now, going for some of those Scourge, which you're going to want against the Corsairs, which are certainly on the way, because guess what? The Stargate is on the way. But he's building it. There you go. Spire in the main. And a Hydroden as well, maybe. Speed just finished on the Lings. He's making 8 Lings, which going to help defend against the Zealots, which Terry the Overlord does see, by the way. That's right, Terry. You send the alarm back home. There are Zealots on the way. Build a Sunken. Can't build a Sunken at the 3rd. Lings running back to defend the 3rd. Must defend the 3rd. If the 3rd dies, we lose. We lose this thing bad. +1 air weapons for Corsairs on the way. If you missed yesterday's PvZ between Paralyzed and Larva, go watch it. It's on Roaring Currents, you guys. If you like PvZ, it's got Carriers, it's got Devourers, it's got Queens within Snare. Are you kidding? Check it out. Anyway, yeah, simply Jaedong makes enough Lings to handle these Zealots and calls it a day. Nice. Maybe overmade Lings a little bit there, which is always a concern. If you overmake Zerglings, then your economy is hurt for no reason. You didn't need that many Lings. These should have been drones, which is like the rallying cry of Zerg. These could have been drones, everybody says, whenever anyone makes anything like this. These early Lings, which are just not going to get anything done. Like, this is just too many. This is too many Lings. You're not getting through. 2 cannons back there, no. You can probably delay Snow's attempt to get a fast 3rd base with these Lings, but otherwise, there's not much doing with these. Hydroden, yes. Spire done. Scourge up. Corsair out. No kills on Corsair. So far, so good. Yeah, highly recommended replay from the RJB. You know that guy. Check him out, youtube.com/@RJB_TV. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Trying to get to 100,000 subs. Can the Falcon Paladin channel get to 100,000 subs? We're working on it. We're posting content a lot. We're doing live streams. We're doing shorts. We're doing this kind of content. Really focused, no camera content. Just for the people who want the StarCraft and nothing else. Got 69,000 subs a couple weeks ago, which was extremely nice. Thanks everyone for helping to get there. I think 100K is the next one, but I think maybe the next kind of milestone? Because 100K is a bit of a ways off for a channel my size, right? So let's say 75, right? 75K is a really, really solid number to hit. So let's try to get that one. Templar Archives on the way. No real surprise there. Again, hard to defeat Zerg without Psystorm, no matter what they're doing. All right. Scourge hunting. Corsairs hunting. Lings out. It's a lot. A lot of Lings, a lot of Hydras. Jumping in. Zealots need to go home. Swinging down. Gonna set up outside the natural base. Hydras defending. Overlord down. That's big. That means DT can be a good effective deterrent here. And there he is. I'm trying to find him. He's kind of hard to see on this map, but DTs are hard to see anyway. Nice. So they got, yes, Snow got the Overlord, which means the DT is perfect defense against this, and there you go. So, Lings say, any 3rd base for you, Snow? Not so much. Gate, 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 gate. Firing those suckers up. On a couple bases. 3rd base, happy. Still no Sunkens. Not having to invest in Sunkens makes Zerg players extremely happy. I think Jaedong's in a fine place. He's got 3 bases, Ruck, and he's had it for a minute now. He hasn't had to build any Sunkens. He hasn't lost any bases. I don't think he's lost a drone yet either. Oh, he's kind of going the wrong way, though. He's heading down the right side while the Protoss is heading up the left side. He sees the Corsairs and goes, pull back. That's where the army is. Okay, we'll fight this. We'll fight this, they say. +1 attack on these Hydras, absolutely. +1 attack on the Zealots as well in speed. But the Zealots are like, they're a little bit worried about what else is going to pop out of these eggs on this side of the map. So, going to fall back, maybe set up and see if we can get a third base on the left side now. Yes, you can. These aren't enough lings to actually stop that base from coming in. But Snow, maybe he's just going for ye old 2, 4, 6, 7 gate, 8 gate, right? Push across the map with upgraded Zealots and Dragoons and Storm and Wind strategy, which we've seen used to great effect in PvZ, especially during ASL 20. Again, Soma won ASL 20, but it doesn't mean that Protoss didn't win any PvZs at all. There were plenty of good wins there. Best had some good wins. Snow had a couple good wins against even Soma in the finals and against Hero as well. Fourth base down the bottom right while just kind of keeping his army into position to cover it. I like this. Jaedong playing one of the better openings for a PvZ I've seen from him in a long time. He's got lurkers out. Maybe going for this is a little bit too much, especially if it's an 8-gate, 2-base pressure build out of Snow. Zealots. Man, there was one sunken at the top of this ramp. Who needs sunkens? We've got lurker eggs. Jaedong's ready to go with the lurker egg block. More Hydras coming out. A lurker burrows in. There it is. And then the Zealots have to flee because they don't have any detection whatsoever. Yeah, stopping to attack the Overlords makes you really vulnerable to Corsair hits, man. DT's got 1 kill. It's like, all right, I'm back, baby. We're back with more Overlords this time. We have 3. Yes, Hydra Lurker pressuring at the front while getting a 4th base. Dude, I don't feel like Jaedong has really looked this good in a PvZ in a while on the channel. He's getting a little older, right? He's getting up there. Snow's younger than he is, but the old ways can still work sometimes. We've seen Bisu defeat young kids like Speed. Okay, just hold position and eat that entire storm. I just talked about how good you're playing on this game. Jaedong? My goodness. Dude, trying to get a 5th base. Dude, come on. 5th base is way too much. Yeah, maybe he can hold it. I don't know. I guess, yeah, he's got enough to hold it. My goodness. Snow's in all of the trouble right now. He's on 2 bases at 12 minutes. The Zerg player got their 4th base up, is getting a 5th base up, has a million Hydras and lurkers. He's got detection. He's got a +1 attack. Dragoons are like, we can do this, but it's such a terrible angle to try to attack out this map. Eclipse from your own nat. It's a choke. But Storm is the great equalizer, man. The great equalizer. And there it is. Without Storm, this is a win. Oh, good snipe on that observer. There's another one there, though. So Jaedong says, all right, you pushed me back, but now they've got another line of defense you have to deal with, and this is just delaying the 3rd base forever. Yeah. So here's the problem. If Jaedong Hydra lurkers his way throughout this entire game, I was going to say, eventually he's going to run into a spot where he can't, but I don't know. Does he need Defilers if he's up 5 bases to 2? I don't think he does. Of course, the problem is this base is dead. Like 6 Hydras are not saving this base. Maybe 6 Hydras are saving this base. Dude, Jaedong, what the heck, man? How is he doing this? Okay, Snow, he knows he needs to break out of this or die. Oh, another ob's got sniped, but guess what? There's 2 more obs back there. Looking good, man. Sniped in the ob. Oh, the obs are too far forward. 2 more obs get sniped. This one lurker has supremacy. I can defeat the entire army by myself. Oh, the Psystorm does exist, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Cool. Are we getting any further upgrades? +2 attack is done for the Zerg. +1/+1 for Snow. Upgrades are even at this point in the game. Really trying to get a 3rd base while pushing up on the Zerg up this way. He's got the Psystorm. He's got the upgrades, but he's having such a hard... Another obs gets sniped. Snow is not doing as well with his obs as he should be. Yeah, lurker spines all over these zealots. Bruh. Bruh. Okay, the hiders are like, wait, hold on. You're supposed to run away when there's a single lurker spine, man. More Psystorm up from Snow, up this way, but dude, okay. Base saved. Bleeding, but saved. This base is alive. Come on, make a Queen's Nest. You're so far ahead. Just get into the Plague and be done with it, man. Oh, do not lose this base because it's not adequately defended. Whoa. Gets a lurker egg down just in the nick of time there. He is really playing with fire. He's got Sunkens at this ramp. So he knows the importance of Sunkens. He just didn't want to build any early because that cuts into your economic advantage with your drones. I'm going to keep looking for Queen's Nests here, man. He can win from here, but it's not going to be easy. Overlord does a great job scouting where the Protoss army is. And then the Zerg goes south. He sacks this base. Yeah, he's not even trying to save it. He pulls the drones down here. Not really fully saturated there anyway. And says, if I can kill your third base and you kill my fifth, that's actually a win for me. Oh my gosh, getting in. These are not Adrenal Lings, but they're pretty good against cannons anyway. Lurker, top of the ramp, targeted by the cannons and killed. Army comes back and saves it. Oh, that was actually really well done by Snow. He kills the fifth base and doesn't lose his third base. This could not have been worse for Jaedong. Jaedong, good snipe on a High Templar at least. Man, if only there was an attack upgrade. No, didn't even get close. Didn't even get close with that attack, sirs. Finally, Jaedong says, you know what, Falcon, you're right. Queen's Nest, let's go. Lost a base, didn't kill a base on the other side, which would have been pretty much a win condition. I think if Snow loses this third, he kind of just taps out. But he's able to come back and defend it. Protoss units are not fast, but this is not slow either. This is not Reaver. You know, Dragoons and Zealots are not representative of how slow the Protoss army can be sometimes. High Templar, yeah. Those guys poke and prod and be very, very slow out on the map. Hydra's Lings jumping in again. Catching it, sniping it. Okay, very good. Good micro here. Lurkers down. New obs for Snow. Getting a fourth base up the left side while he's at it. Zerg doing that thing where you just flood in because there are so many of you and so much of you. Yeah, these aren't even cracklings, not even by far. The high's getting started now. Oh, could have got that high temp. They want the high templar, but they couldn't get him. Could have surrounded and killed him there, but a little bit of a missed opportunity. There's a lot of stuff going on in a game of StarCraft, I understand. So this is just, yeah. Look, you might have busted out of your natural base, but I now have another line of hiders and lurkers and lings you have to try to break, which totally sucks and is really, really annoying. Top left, checking that out. That's a big base on Eclipse for these PVZs, man. It's a big, 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 big base. Is he finally getting a Carapace upgrade? Yeah, +1 Carapace upgrade. The Lings are at +1 Carapace and 0 attack upgrades, but he is getting an attack upgrade for them that will pair nicely with a red or perhaps a white wine and some Adrenal. Yes, absolutely, yes. Storm drop. Sneaking around. Speed of sound. Storm gets it. Drone's running. Templar ends up getting 1 kill. His buddy must have killed more than that, because what? There's more dead Zerg than that. High ground defense! Enough! Snow, I think he could have made it up there, man, but reinforcements were coming in. Adrenal's on the way, too. Yeah, Jaedong not skimping out on the Adrenal today. Getting that as soon as the high finished. Even before Defiler round gets started, he's prioritizing the right thing. Royals, APM is 24, but Queens is at 40 as he watches this game. He is observing at 40 APM, which is higher than some of the people that play on my live streams every Saturday and Sunday, where we play live games and cast subscriber replays. It's a pretty fun place to be if you want to hang out on a weekend stream with Falcon. Okay, lurkers, high ground in it. Plague not on the way yet. Consume first, but Snow went from 2 bases to 4 bases pretty fast. That's going to be really nice for him. Yeah, Yeah, Storm versus trying to kill the High Templar, and Storm wins that battle. Ooh, those guys, they did Archon up. Their energy was low. Anyway, it makes sense. That's totally fine. So we're going to fight over this space big time on Eclipse. This space is also a good one to fight over. He who controls the top left on this map usually ends up winning. Not every time, but it feels like the more and more I cast on Eclipse, the more it feels like top left base, especially in a PvZ. Means a lot. Drenal Lings. Yeah, look at them engaging here on these Zealots. Just not good, not good. Trying to get up the ramp at the same time. Lurker Spines coming down the whole way. Never a good feeling. Look at these Lings, how brave they are now. They have a Drenal pre-dodging a Storm. Is so sick. So good. He's got triple Evolution Chamber running right now. Carapace, Missile Attack, and Melee Upgrade. Meanwhile, Snow's working on his old +3 attack. And Observer Sight Range. More Archons on the way. Archons get better and better the later the game goes on. They're just good against Dark Swarm and Plague. They're not good against a billion Hydras, though. So that's the trick. You can't just go mass Archon and be like, haha, your Plague is useless now, because then 400 Hydralisks show up and then you die. It's got to be a mix. You got to have Archons to deal with the Dark Storm and the Plague, and then, you know, the Lings are Psystorm, and the Hydras are Psystorm, and the Zealots and Dragoons are kind of buffering at this stage, and bit of an attack into the natural base does get a Dark Storm. 2 Dark Storms down on the nap, but Archon's joining the party. Zealots in there too. That just gets absolutely rebuffed. More Lings rolling in, being like, if we can get a surround on these Archons, we can kill them. But if they micro properly, it's very hard for Lings to get that. Hard to get a surround. Hard to get that kill. So Psy stormed up. More Psy storming. And we're good. And these Dark Storms, if nothing's in them, nothing to fear. Nothing to fear but fear itself. I believe that was JFK Jr. who said that, lo, these many years ago before even I was born, and I'm an old person. So, what do we got? We got Medicynaptic Node. Production tab says, let's get a shield upgrade. We're going to have a lot of Archons anyway. Another shield upgrade, mind you. Another shield upgrade. Top left base, Jaedong says, this is going to be a big one. Tell you what, we're past 20 minutes. Let's take that base. Let's maybe try to take this base, which the Protoss is sitting on right now. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bases for the Zerg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases for the Protoss. If Snow takes this one, which it kind of seems like he is. Really no problem there. Lurkers against Zealot Archon are just not very good. Even with the Dark Swarm, they're not very good. This is where Plague needs to start coming in more and more often as the upgrades for the Zealots and the upgrades for the Dragoons start coming in. Plaguing the things makes the future so much easier. Yeah, let the spell casting commence, man. It's going to be storms down the ramp. It's going to be dark swarms at the bottom of the ramp, plagues up the ramp. Without spell casting, you have no chance of defeating, well, a lot of people, but especially not Snow. Although I just talked about how Soma won. Oh, there's your Plague. The finals of ASL 20 without using a single Defiler, and so maybe not. Maybe that's wrong. Yeah, good. I mean, High Templar had to get stormed in there for those Lings to get wiped out. But yeah, just baiting the Lings into a narrow choke area. Storming them all. Another Plague up the ramp. Plague. Ooh, big one. Big Plague. Ooh. Snow doesn't actually have this base yet. He's sitting out there with the probe. He's thinking about it, but he's like, can I hold it? I'm really trying to push top left, because again, killing top left puts Jaedong in a terrible position. Really bad spot. But he's getting down the ramp, which is progress. Trying to save his summoning Archon brother. And no. Not really, actually. Just endless storm. It's endless swarm. It's endless storm. It's endless all the things. Looks like Jaedong is trying to take that bottom right base. There's a battle happening down there. We'll look at it in a second there. But they're microing on both sides of the map right now. Okay, never mind. Lurkers are just shutting that whole thing down. And that does belong to Jaedong currently, but the top left base is getting broken as Snow is in here in the top left, causing all sorts of problems. Cracklings, and then the Psystorm. Yeah, Cracklings, I think, might be able to defeat this entire army if Psystorm didn't exist. I know Archons are good, but my goodness, Psystorm, so much better. Jaedong rolling in. It's a 20 supply lead for Snow right now. Plus, he's got the Psystorm. This is what he kind of needs to make this thing happen. Zerg's production is through the roof and absolutely insane. But can he save? Nope, can't save the hatch. Hatch does go down, and Snow falls back a little bit, but he's like, I'm making some good trades here, I feel like. Killed your top left base. Jaedong needs to expand down that bottom right way, but also I think he needs to continue fighting here. Because this just becomes a staging ground for attacks into the connected bases. Whoever controls this thing kind of controls the map. Lings running down. It's just absolutely 3-2 cracklings, man, are mean. Forced to storm your own stuff a little bit just to stay alive here. Yeah, Archons. Man, the storms are good. Looks like 30 Lings died to Psystorms there. Spell casting is strong. Yeah, the Plague is good. The Psystorm is good. I think both things are broken, and you know what? If each race has a broken thing, then who can complain? Nobody. Nobody should be able to complain here. Man, Psystorm is good. Okay, excellent. Snow doesn't waste any time taking the top left as soon as the creep allows him to do so. As soon as it recedes, Jaedong does take this bottom right 5 o'clocker. More and more hiders in production. 3, 2, 1 upgrades for the Protoss, which is kind of weird. Lings continuing to be at 3, 2, not working on that +3 attack, which I think could come in handy here, but Snow doesn't have his full upgrades either, so maybe it doesn't matter. All right. Here goes Snow. He's just been slowly and inexorably pushing towards this 12 o'clock, which again, if you can take this and take top left, man, Jaedong is just being pushed back an inch at a time, but it's an inch at a time. He's not able to gain any ground here. Archon inside the Dark Swarm, having the wonderful day of his life. 2021 kills. Leaves Dark Swarm, pretty much dies immediately. Goes back inside Dark Swarm, dies anyway. Yeah, no. All right, so cool. Snow's sort of rampaging right now. Remember when it was a 20 supply lead for Snow, and now it's 160 to 70 in favor of Snow? And that's it. Wow. Snow's just good, man. He's just good. He was stuck on 2 bases to 4 bases of Jaedong, 5 bases of Jaedong, breaks out of here. It takes some time. He gets there, breaks out of here, pushes up into this area, can't kill any bases yet, but he's not going to overextend. He just kind of, pushes up, puts some pressure on the Zerg while he double expands 3rd and 4th base. And then it's on. And then it's pushing up this way. Takes forever. Takes like 10 minutes to get through all this. Beats it, wins it, makes incredible trades the entire time. Expands, comes up this ramp. All the Psystorm known to mankind. All you need is Psystorm. The Archons are tanking. They're doing damage. Again, there's a 20 kill Archon there. There's a 21 plus Archon that died earlier too. Just the cost efficiency of some of these units, man. I know some of it's from when they were High Templar, but that's the point. It's that High Templar are so good in this matchup. Unless you're playing against Soma or Sulky, I guess. But every other Zerg player really can struggle against it. So nicely done. Like really, really, really nicely done by our guy Snow. That's what we're talking about. So GG's. Well done to Snow. Just patient, right? Patient, taking his time, doing what he needs to do. Just winning every little engagement. And sometimes the engagements blend together, right? Like, was this one engagement to get down this ramp and kill this base? Or was it just like 20 different individual engagements? Pushing, 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 storming in the right place. Archon's targeting the right thing. Dragoons hitting stuff not inside Dark Swarm as much as you can. Zealots getting in there unless there are some lurkers and they pull back a little bit, right? Yeah, I mean, just great, great play. 230 APM to 293. Jaedong just could not hang, even with the Dark Swarm and the Plague here. Production was too much. Losing this base, like I said, was key. And it was the first domino that Snow pushed over to get the win. Connecting issues there. 217 to 250 supply here. Snow got outproduced by 421. but got almost a 6-to-1, well, okay, 3-to-1 kill death ratio. On the other side of it, buildings raised 4-to-4, and an outspend by the Protoss. By the Zerg over the Protoss by about 12,000 resources, and 27 minutes is pretty good, but this right here, man, 700 units killed, and only losing about 300, man. That is a great kill death ratio. One of the better ones you're going to see, so that's a GG, and that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. Go ahead, hit that like as well if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.